Vamos, brothers and sisters, your boy JT. Leeds United 0, Arsenal 1. That is one of the most deflating, aggravating, annoying games of football that I have ever seen in my life. I'm fuming. I'm not going to lie. It's not even that I'm angry at the team or that I'm angry at the performance. I'm angry at myself because I know I'm not going to be able to get to sleep tonight. I know I am not going to be able to sleep knowing what I have just seen, what has just happened. It is one of the most infuriating things I've ever seen. It's one of the craziest games of football from start to finish that you will ever see in Premier League history. Okay, this is one of a kind vintage stuff here. First of all, the game gets delayed by half an hour because of a flipping power cut, so they can't get VAR working, they can't get gold line technology or something. Never seen anything like it before in my life, that a game had to be stopped for over 40 minutes, despite the fact they have about 70 officials on the pitch. They can easily get a game going, but no, because of VAR, they have to stop it. Crazy in the first place, crazy how far the game's gone, that we're that reliant on technology, that a power cut will mess everything up like that. Whatever, we move. The game finally starts, it finally gets underway. And you know what, Arsenal dominated a lot of the ball in the first half. They had about 65% possession, I'd say, in the first half. And they looked relatively comfortable, but they couldn't break us down. They could not get through us at all. They were trying to cut through the toughest brick you'll find with a plastic knife that you get at a children's kid party. I'm afraid it's not going to do anything, mate. You need a sledgehammer to get through our midfield. You need a sledgehammer to get through our defense. Or, well, that's what it looked like today, at least. They were really struggling to break our press. And we were, whilst not holding a lot of the ball, when we did have it, we were creating some good chances. We created some dangerous opportunities in there. Rodrigo had a couple of nice opportunities. Harrison was getting in and around. Again, what we did though, we got into the final third so many times, and then we slowed it down before we made the final action, the final pass, the final shot. We slowed it down too much, completely killed ourselves out of it. After that, though, what goes and happens just before the break? Rodrigo Moreno, he gets it. We're on an attack. We're on a counter-attack here. He turns around. I know what he was going for. I'm not mad at what he was going for. He was trying to quickly, first time, spray it out to the left back, make the run forward. You can play a diagonal ball, get things going quickly. But he has completely misjudged it. He spotted Saka in his rearview mirrors, and he's just pinged it straight to him. I mean, the vision to pick out Bukayo Saka in that position there is incredible. It's second to none, really. It's quite phenomenal. But he picks him out. Saka comes forward, and as you get with a team that's top of the table, as you get with a team with these top players, they get one sniff of a good opportunity like that, and they finish it with aplomb. They had another good opportunity in the game. Odegaard with a beautiful little drag back pass to Gabriel Jesus. He completely spaffed it over into Rose Ed. But that was basically all they wrote in terms of opportunities. One stupid chance with Rodrigo passing it back to them. We were so comfortable before that. We were so comfortable. Gives it away right before halftime. You go into the halftime losing 1-0 in a game that you really shouldn't be, and that is always going to cause you problems. And the question is, how are we going to respond? We've had a lot of stuff this season, a lot of times where everyone's questioning, can this Leeds team even perform in the second half? Every time we go into the second half of games, we seem to go flat, we seem to falter. Didn't happen today. Did not happen today. Did not happen one bit. You saw the boys go out thereafter and instantaneously put them under so much pressure, pinned them back and absolutely swarmed them. Got a goal instantly with Patrick Bamford. And this is where the problems start. Patrick Bamford, but not even just him. More what happened surrounding the things happening with him. First of all, refereeing decision to disallow it. Criminal. I don't think that's a handball. Let me know in the comment section down below if you think that's a handball or not. I don't see why that goal was disallowed. It was a lovely cross in. It pinballed around a little bit. It comes down. It just about flicks off the inside of his bicep, kind of, for me, touches the floor. Then he absolutely roofs the net. Kemar roofs the ball into the back of the net with his right foot. For me, not a penalty, not a penalty, not a foul, not something that should have stopped the goal. Not a good reason to disallow it. VAR coming once again. Not only did it screw us over before the game in delaying everything, but it screwed us over again then. 2-0 VAR. Okay, and this is the big story of the game, is VAR and officiating. Terrible decision in my opinion. Then Bamford proceeds to get 2 or 3 golden opportunities, golden one-on-one opportunities, and instead of dinking it each time, he'd get close, he'd delay it, and he'd just smash it straight into Ramsdale. One of them, Ramsdale's misses is not going to be happy with Patrick Bamford, that's for sure, because he's absolutely blasted it into his privates and probably killed his chances of having grandchildren. Poor Ramsdale. Feel sorry for you, mate, but then again, you did run away with daylight robbery today to get a win. Furthermore, the game carries on. Patrick Bamford again. This time Leeds get a penalty. Okay, this time VAR actually helps us. We go down. VAR decides, you know what, we've screwed Leeds over enough this season. We screwed them over enough today. Let's actually give an opportunity here. Let's call the handball as it was. Let's call a spade a spade. The ball's whipped in by Harrison. Rocker's in there to finish it. It's a handball. They give it. We're all sat here going in absolute pandemonium. We can't believe VAR's actually given us a decision. We're all knee-sliding around the gaff thinking everything's all rosy. Bamford steps up. Bamford, he doesn't miss these. He doesn't miss them. Oh, except he does. He absolutely shanks it. Shanks it wide with a silver spoon. Straight into the technical board there. That was terrible. At least get someone on target. He just completely spoons it wide. And that is just the tale of the day, man. Tale of the day. Just wasting chances. And that, it just hurts. It hurts. When you have penalties, when you have so many other great opportunities and you squander so many of them. It's tough. And do I blame Patrick Bamford? Missed a couple of more sitters after that. I don't blame him, because look, he came on and he changed the game with his impact. When he came on, his space, the way he manages to find space, his hold-up play, his movement, his pressing, he got us so many opportunities just off the back of that. But then he just couldn't put them in the back of the way. He was in the back of the net. He was so profligate today, man. And at times he just looked like he's a wacky, waving, inflatable arm, flailing tube, man. He's there with the ball, and his limbs just, they look disconnected to his body, and it just didn't have any coordination today. Usually he has the coordination of a ballet dancer. This time he looked like he had the coordination of a ballet dancer after 10 shots of vodka. Probably 20 shots of vodka. Maybe even 30 if you're being generous. It just wasn't on for him today. It wasn't on for him. It wasn't on for Leeds either. Sourceville missing a great sitter. And then finally, at the end, what is that refereeing decision, man? I don't agree with the rules of the game here. Because, yes, it's not going to be a penalty. Bamford did foul him. He did foul him. That's why it's not a penalty. But come on, man. He's got him. And he's off the ball, petulantly studded him in the leg like that. He's just completely... He could have been killed. He could have been killed. Could have been killed with a studding move like that. And the reason they haven't, it's similar to the Pickford thing on Van Dijk where he almost snapped his leg, is because the foul had been given against Patrick Bamford. The foul therefore means that the ball was not in play. So therefore, no matter what Gabriel did, it can't be a penalty. But because it's not in play, they say that it can't be a red card either. Well, in that case, then it's assault, isn't it? So you have to have one or two ways. Either the guy's getting a police case, because he's literally assaulted someone on a pitch, therefore he needs to have a court case going, or you're given a red card because you're saying it's in play. You can't have one or the other. If it's not in play, it's assault. If it is in play, it's a red card, which it should have been. It should have stood as a red card. Referee, VAR, once again. VAR's like, you know what, we did you nice for once in about 10 years. Okay, let's go and screw you over again. Let's go and absolutely destroy your chances of the game. And they killed it off, man. 2.8. It's 2.08 XG to 0.8 XG. Says the story, man. And my phone is going to be... It's already off the hinges with Arsenal fans going crazy at me, trying to mug me off. It hurts so much, man. It hurts. And it's always Arsenal, man. We did it a couple years ago as well at Ellen Road. We play them off the park and we don't take our chances. And that's a bitter loss, man. That is a bitter loss. That is the worst way to lose, man. And Jesse Marsch, you know what, man? Hold your head up high. Anyone that wants to criticize Jesse Marsch, slag him off. What could he have done better? That's my question to you. There is very little he could have done better. His tactics, everything worked to aplomb. And you know what? Against all the big dogs, we've actually been performing very, very well, and we've done it once again, and we've just completely thrown it away with stupid, poor finishing. So you know what? We have a tough run coming up after this, and everyone wants to say, ooh, you know what, mate? We've got these big teams coming. Leeds could be in serious danger. We could be in serious danger, but I don't think necessarily because of the big teams, because we actually perform better against them. When a team comes to play us at our own game, they usually give up a few chances, and they usually give themselves or put themselves in dangerous positions. And that's what's happened when the big dogs have come to Ellen Road so far, i.e. Chelsea and Arsenal. Gutting. Let me know who your man of the match was down below. What are you changing next week? Are you taking Bamford out of the firing line? Are you taking Rodrigo out? Rodrigo, by the way, who is laughing all the way to the bank. He is laughing. He is giddy. He can't believe Bamford's just got him off the hook like that. Because now everyone's talking about Patrick Bamford, and they're not talking about what Rodrigo did in the first half. He is laughing his socks off at that one, but it's just completely calamitous, and I can't believe what I've seen. But let me know what you guys all think about it down in the comment section down below. But for now, guys, we'll see you very, very soon. Au revoir.